What inspires change? What motivates us? It's what's inside that moves us. What moves you? Get the Scion story at scion.com.
The SIGUA Highlands development is a project that proposes to ultimately build 5,000 residential units over a course of 800 acres of property owned by Texas A&M University. The property falls mostly in Jotnya, but part of it crosses into Asen and Ordot Chalampago. It's located in between the Ordot Dump and Leo Palace. It's near to some popular hiking and off-roading trails in the SIGUA Falls area. However, Dan Swavely, who represents the project developers, told Guam Land Use Commissioners today that the lower SIGUA Falls area is 0.4 miles away from the closest point to their property line. The upper SIGUA Falls area is 1.3 miles away from their property, and the tank farm 0.3 miles away. It is an ambitious project set in the middle of the island away from most of the island's population. So what makes SIGUA different from other big projects that have failed? Swavely says they've broken up their property into 5 bite-sized parcels that they can manage easier and in an incremental basis. He says they don't plan on building all 5,000 units at once.
The characteristic that distinguishes SIGUA Highlands from all those others, be they Lawnfit, Tau Tau, Leo Palace, is the build-out scheme will be in response to market pressure, not in anticipation of market pressure.
Swavely says they will develop the 800 acres only in response to the need for more housing as the need develops.
We're not rolling out anything until there's a need for it. We'll do market studies every 6 months, every year, whatever, and when we know we can build and sell is when we will build and sell.
However, some land use commissioners like Tracy Limtiaco and Andrew Park expressed concerns that they are seeking approval for the entire 5,000 unit project as a whole and not just for the first 250 elderly homes that they are planning on starting out with.
Why don't you come to us phase by phase?
Swavely said that even with the GLUC's approval, they would still need building permits and other similar permits that could prevent them from moving forward. Still, some commissioners suggested that the developers be required to come back to the commission before they build additional units. Swavely says they also want approval to build a town center, which includes a commercial center.
We also are asking for 60,000 square feet of commercial space in the SIGUA Town Center because that's where we want the synergy to develop with respect to being a legitimate town center where people in SIGUA Highlands can go and get together and, do some light commercial retail sales sort of stuff.
Swavely also responded to questions of the amount of erosion this project will cause.
The development creates a natural barrier to wildfires. Secondly, erosion caused by off-roaders. I know it's fun, and I like it myself, but it causes erosion. And you can see the extensive area that off-roading has caused today, not when SIGUA Highlands is developed, but today.
One member of the public spoke in opposition to the project. Joseph Certeza is a Jotnya resident who says there are medicinal plants in this area, and it provides an area that can be used not only for recreational hiking, but for education as well.
This space for future generations is a space that can be more ethically utilized to create a sustainable economy, not based on the exchange of our land for concrete commercialism and development, but based on a subsistent educational economy with stewardship programs to bring youth into professional careers. Concrete and development, though may give us cheap housing, we are going to fund an educational institution in Texas, and we on Guam are still suffering to build our own and maintain our own educational system.